So when I was like 4 or 5, I did not believe in Santa at all until one Christmas, my dad dressed up as Santa, and I was like, "Oh,
Santa's Filipino."
yes!" And are you Santa?
We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now.
Oh, I also have one more thing about Meg, just to add. So Meg and I used to be enemies, or
Finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap!
We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than.
welcome to another episode of All Abroad Podcast. Today we get to record and talk to you about our favorite holiday. You guys can guess? Have any good guesses with the way we look? What our favorite holiday is? It's
Christmas!
So Christmas. What's your favorite part about the Christmas season, especially when it comes to just remembering what we did back at home in the Philippines? Anybody want to start with that? Meg, I'm going to start with you. Joy gave the mic to you, so it's your turn.
My favorite part is the get-togethers with friends, family, co-workers, Christmas party.
Christmas parties
With
every single day. No, not
Yeah.
leading up to Christmas.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Okay. Anyone else want to share on that?
I'm looking forward to like those children, and not even just adults, coming to our house and singing Christmas carols, and they knock on our doors and they sing Christmas carols every like start of Christmas season.
Yeah, and that's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
normal occurrence there, right? Like,
Correct.
it happens
Yeah.
all the time. Like kids, and a lot of them are street kids actually, and they come to the houses and like sing right outside your doorsteps, which is really really cool. Anyone else want to share?
One of my favorite part is definitely the decorations, like the streets. It's very festive, and I know we're going to talk about this more, but it's very festive for a long time, starting September.
Yes.
So the lanterns, the lights, the Christmas decorations, they go up earlier than what Americans usually are used to.
Yes, so here in the States, people are kind of sensitive about decorations and the songs even. They're like, no, it's September. You cannot celebrate Christmas in September. And then November comes around and people are like, you still can't celebrate Christmas because it's still Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving is over, it's usually when we celebrate Christmas. But over in the Philippines, we starting in September. How about you?
I think for me, it's the eating part. Everybody just loves to eat during holidays. And then, of course, family and friends gather together, exchange gift, just seeing each other and be with each other. I think that's the one thing that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I think for me, my favorite thing is my big family party. I come from a very, very big family, and growing up in the Philippines, we had this huge family party. There's usually about 70, 80 people, and the fun part is that every like part of the family, like if you're from a family unit and then another one is from another family unit and you combine together, everyone has to come up with a particular like performance number.
Yes.
So everybody has like literally everybody would come with like a dance number or a singing number or a skit or a drama. It's just so fun. So everybody gets to like gather around and watch everybody perform. So that was my favorite.
Actually, I wanted to add, for us where I live, it's like a horseshoe like subdivision, and so our entire neighborhood would do that. So we would have a party on the street, we would shut it down. I mean,
Block party.
block party,
yeah.
and then every household will prepare an entertainment. And usually it's the kids. The adults rarely participate, but my mom would participate. But yeah, the kids would have singing, dancing, routines, performance, all of that.
That's awesome. How about just the difference in celebrating here in the States and in the Philippines? When you guys came here for the first time, like we all grew up in the Philippines. So did you guys experience culture shock with how it felt celebrating Christmas here, or was it kind of the same for you guys?
For me, it's the same because I stayed with my Filipino families here, so it's the same tradition back in the Philippines and here in America. So it's the same. Same.
Okay.
For me, maybe the only one of the culture shocks I had is because we didn't have our big family here, so there wasn't a time where you go from house to house, and celebrating Christmas, like different days, different weekends, and etc. It was just us in our apartment. It kind of felt lonely the first Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the other culture shock is they don't light fireworks here for Christmas. And back home, we lit fireworks
For Christmas. Yes.
And New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is just louder, but Christmas would still have fireworks too.
That's awesome. Joy, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, for me, growing up, it's we mentioned as early as September, we already start decorating, and you could really feel that the spirit of Christmas, and it's very
For 4 months.
for 4 months.
4 months.
you go to the malls, and they start selling this Christmas decoration in September, and for those months you can just it's coming, and then you can get together with families as early as like November to December, but when I came in here, nothing. There was no lights whatsoever anywhere. We lived in an apartment for a long time, and from different countries, so not a lot of Filipinos live in that place. So I did not really feel Christmas at all on my first Christmas here. So that was really sad, and I wanted to go back and just to experience Christmas, but it took me a while to kind of get used to that
And
but
kind of like make it your own.
make it your own. But I still really want to have that feeling again and go back home and just experience that.
Yeah. How about you, Meg?
For me, it would be like the Christmas spirit. It's different back home because I feel like because we have lots of families back home and Christmas is really big. But here it's like it's not that, because not all are Christians and not all share the same religion, and it's not as big as Philippines to here in the States. And like for me personally, I don't feel much of the Christmas spirit here as compared when you're celebrating Christmas back home, because you have all of your families back there,
Yeah.
and there's just like long period of preparing for
Yes.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think for me, really, what I miss is the family performances. The moment I got here, there's like, well, the rest of my family are at home, so we didn't have like a big gathering with like the family dancing and singing and all these things. So that's definitely something that I miss.
But to cure that, now you have social media. You can
It's
just do it. You perform for everyone now.
And I can even ask my family members to do that for me on social media. So that's
Yeah.
really awesome. Okay, how about just like your traditions? Do you have any specific family traditions, like specifically for us Bacolod nuns growing up that we did in the Philippines for Christmas?
Can I just go back to your other question though? Meg mentioned something about religious and all that. I will say I'm no longer a practicing Catholic, and so one of the things I was thankful for is I didn't have to go to like midnight mass. You still can. There's a lot of midnight masses that's being hosted here in LA or in America in general, but I was glad to not have to do that when I moved here.
Yeah. So I guess going to tradition, I would say for me, like a very, very specific tradition that my family did for Christmas was on the 24th at night, we would go to midnight mass. It's called Simbang Gabi. So Simba is church and Gabi is night. So it's midnight mass. So we would all dress up for midnight. Like it's weird. I'm getting goosebumps right now. You guys can see that?
Yeah.
Because it's like such a fun memory of like going to church like at night at the midnight and all day on the 24th you cook, and then usually at around 5 o'clock we go to bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon so we can like stay like wake up at like 10, get ready for this midnight mass, right? And then we have the Noche Buena when we come home from the midnight mass, which is the midnight meal, I guess, or the evening meal, which is past midnight because we already went to church at midnight. And it's like a long service usually, right? So anything else you guys want to add to that?
What's Noche Buena?
Yeah, what's Noche Buena?
What does
Anybody
it
wanna-
translate to? Meg, I'm looking at you.
Because you're from Spain.
Noche means night.
Good night.
Buena is good.
Buena is good.
Yeah.
So
It's a good
good
night.
night.
Let's go to sleep. Good night.
We just went to
Well,
church
it
for
is-
2 hours.
It is like good. I don't know.
It's a good night to be with family.
Yes,
Yes,
and
yes.
celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding us.
Yes, exactly. No, but for me, it's the same. It's church at midnight. You come home, you eat, and then after that, you just open all the gifts.
Yes. Oh
so
my gosh.
that's the most thing that I look forward to every Christmas.
And that's the difference between our culture and American culture because they open the gifts on Christmas Day.
Yes.
So
On
the
the
first
25th.
few years I've been here, like I'm like, that's weird. Christmas is over. But you know, technically
Right.
it's Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we open gifts on
after midnight.
after midnight.
Yeah. So, how about you, Pao? Any specific Bacolod traditions or Filipino traditions in general with your family?
I think it's the opening of gifts during on the 24th.
Yeah.
Because usually we do that with my family right now. My husband was asking, why are we opening gifts on the 24th? We have to open it on the 25th, the Christmas day. So yeah, so I think I would tell them, well, let's just open it on the 24th because that's how we do it
grew up.
back in the
But
Philippines.
let me just talk about how we managed to get our husbands to agree with us that we have to open on the 24th. And because when I got married, I also looked at my husband's wife, right? I looked at him and I'm like, why are you opening gifts on the 25th? It's supposed to be on the 24th. So I literally made my husband stay up at midnight at the 24th with me, and then we would open basically at 4 in the morning because we would finish the meal at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's because happy wife, happy
life. Exactly.
And also, actually, this holidays, I already decorated our house a month ago, and my husband is also asking, why are you decorating our house?
Because it's burr.
Instead of saying duh, burn.
So let's talk about Santa. Did we believe in Santa Claus growing up in the Philippines? What's the verdict on that?
Yes.
When I was young, I thought Santa Claus was real because my cousins were like, "Oh my gosh, Santa Claus just passed!" I'm like, "Where?" Before, I believed in Santa Claus, but as I grew older, I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore because it's not real.
If you saw Maggie just nudged Pao because
Why?
Pao's kids are here. We just want to make sure that
They're not there.
they're not.
The cat is out of the bag. Is that what they say? They're up there.
Good thing.
When I was younger, I don't think my parents really promoted Santa like that with me, but I saw a lot of movies, American movies, Home Alone and all that stuff. So I always thought Santa was in America, so I'm not gonna see him in the Philippines. I mean, that's what I thought.
You're such a practical child.
I was.
So when I was 4 or 5, I did not believe in Santa at all until one Christmas, my dad dressed up as Santa, and I was like, "Oh,
Santa's Filipino.
yes!" And are you Santa? But and then after that, I was like, okay, I guess it's not really real. I was sad, but that was the reality.
That's the reality.
Well, when did you find out he wasn't real?
When my dad became Santa.
Because there's just no way your dad is Santa?
Yes.
There's
No.
no way Santa's Filipino.
No, because Santa is,
White.
yeah, with a beard, and his beard was cotton balls.
Your dad
Wait,
used
cotton
gumballs?
Cotton balls.
No, cotton balls.
He glued the freaking cotton balls together, and he made freaking hair.
Here. A for effort, huh?
Okay, 1 second. It's really funny. But your dad had cotton balls on his
I made believe beard,
It's not cotton balls, cotton balls.
Cotton, not cotton balls.
I thought she said gumballs too first.
I heard it right.
Did anybody
Gumballs.
else have any stories about Santa Claus?
No, that's my cotton star.
That's your story. Oh, you died. Okay, bad.
Did you believe in Santa?
I believed in Santa until I think I was 10 years old. I don't remember how I found out, but yeah, I believed in Santa.
Okay, yeah, I think me too. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't top Joy's story.
No, I think I'm done with that. Okay, all right, well, let's talk about Disney's new song, Love is a Compass. That whole
Can you sing
Disney
first?
advertising. Well, you know what? I will for you, but not right now. At some point, I will. Because I will be actually releasing a video with the song and I'll be doing a cover of the song.
How about just the part, just a part of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing. No, not right now.
You're
I
putting
don't
hers.
even like remember singing.
But this is a plug for Kat's video YouTube, you guys.
Hey.
She's been posting videos of her piano performances and everything. So
yeah.
maybe around when this airs, she'll have something for you guys.
I will have something every single week for Christmas, and it's all Christmas songs. And the last week of Christmas, I'll be releasing Love is a Compass. But let's talk about how important this is for us, that Disney actually came up with something that's Filipino themed. It's literally the first thing Disney came up with. Right?
So at first I'm very proud and very happy, and then I'm like, why UK? Why can't US be this forward, And because it was a commercial. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to Google Disney Filipino commercial from the UK, and you'll see it. It's very easy to find, and it's a story. Well, I won't give it all to you guys, but it was Filipino inspired, and it had lanterns like the paroles that we have. That's what we call, not parole as in what they do with convicts, but parol, which is like lantern. Okay,
The accent is really, making a difference.
it makes the tomato, but this one is totally different. So it made me very proud, and it was a really like moving story. So I feel proud that I've been a fan of Disney for all this time, and then finally they came up with something that was relevant to our culture. So it made me very proud.
Yeah, so thank you, Disney. That's really nice of you. But seriously, it should be here in the States too, not just in the UK. Well, anybody else have any thoughts on the Christmas advertising from Disney?
Who cried?
Oh, I showed it to my kids.
Oh,
I was very proud, and I told I see Chloe, this is a Filipino inspired by, and then also of course it's Disney, so it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys, when you guys were growing up, did your parents ever tell you, like, because I noticed, Pao, that you have a mole right here, and that's like, and I have one right here too, and maybe you have one. Do you have one? It's like right there. Let me see yours.
You have some
Yeah.
freckles. You have some
Yeah.
freckles.
So I don't know why, but like, so growing up, my parents told me that this mole right here that I have, it's very small, you can't really see it on camera, but it's supposed to be like a beauty mark. I don't know, maybe to make me feel better about myself. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Here's the thing: when Disney came out with that advertising, when they did the first close up on the little girl, the first thing I noticed was a little mole on her face.
Really?
Yes. And when I saw that, I cried because I was like, that's me! That's literally why I cried, because I was like, oh my gosh, I could relate to that. That's me! Like, and she's got like the little bangs. I'm like, that's me. So that's why I cried so hard, because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to sing this song. I need to play this song. I was so touched by it. So anyway, moving forward, let's talk about our Pinoy Rising t-shirts, right?
Yes.
These are Pinoy Rising t-shirts, sponsored by PinoyRising.com, correct?
Yes.
And this is a shirt that says "Home is where the heart is," and in the back, anybody wants to show the back side?
You. It says Bacolod City.
Bacolod City.
Yes.
Bacolod City.
Anyway, it says Bacolod City, and what you can do is you can go to PinoyRising.com. You can go ahead and order these shirts, and they can customize it for you. So it doesn't matter where you're from in the Philippines. So guys, Christmas is coming up. These are such good gifts, right? Because it's personalized. Like, who wouldn't want a shirt that says "Home is where the heart is" with a heart pinned to your city of choice? You can literally customize it online, and
it's a really great gift. You know, if you're a guy trying to woo a Filipina,
Hey, or vice
this
versa.
will melt her heart and all her insides.
Ooey gooey.
But it's really a thoughtful gift because if you know someone from a specific island, specific city, like it could get that specific. He can move that heart pin wherever that person is from. And the one thing that you guys need to know about Filipinos, if you're not Filipino, is that we're very proud of where we came from. We came a long way to get here, right? So we're proud of where we came from. and
Swam
we're
all the
always-
way here, guys.
Yeah, we're
Kayaked.
I did the butterfly.
I don't know if you heard that.
Wait,
but-
you're really good at the butterfly song. I remember that. She was a swimmer growing up.
How about you, Meg?
Flu.
Oh,
She flew. Your elbows really sharp. But yeah, you guys can get your shirt, and you guys can get 10% off if you use the code all abroad. And that's one word. We're gonna put it here in the video
10%.
somewhere. So 10% off. That's tax. You can save on tax, and it can ship to you wherever you are in the United States and maybe in Canada, but for sure in the United States.
So that's it for today. I'm really excited that you guys are here with us today. Thank you for sharing your time with us. And we will be releasing another Christmas episode. Watch out for our next episode. It's going to be so fun. We're going to be featuring a restaurant, a local restaurant here in the States called Tatang. And you guys are going to see the Christmas spread of this whole Kamayan style dining. And it's really beautiful and gorgeous. And the food is amazing. So join us next week for, all right,
Wait, the next Christmas episode is going to air, I think, December 20th, if that's a Sunday. And yeah,
It's
you
a
guys,
Saturday.
the 20th is a Saturday? The 21st.
Because we're gonna celebrate our
20th is Sunday.
Yeah.
really.
So let's repeat it. So we're gonna air the second Christmas episode closer to December 25th. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending your time with us, and just watch out for the next episode.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
That's it.
Yeah.
Once again, we are your All Abroad girls, wishing you a Merry Christmas!
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of All Abroad Podcast. If you are catching us on YouTube right now, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can even leave us comments and we'll be sure to reply back. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, please don't forget to leave us a rating or a review. We really appreciate your support and your time, and we will see you on the next episode of All Abroad Podcast.